Hello. Good morning, afternoon, good evening. Hi, Britt. Good morning. Nice and early. Okay. Hi, Donna. Well, you can't hear me. Okay. Hi, Wendy, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Excuse me. Good morning, J.E., Donna. I woke up late, so I didn't meditate. I chose to prioritize doing other things. How is everybody this morning? It's a Sunday morning in the western side of the world. Beautiful here where I live in Mexico. I woke up with pink clouds coming through my window, or when I looked out the window I could see pink, which is my favorite. So that is always a wonderful way to start the day. Many of you know I am in 12-step recovery, and I did an exercise in a group, one of my groups, and one of my action items was to give myself a reminder that God, higher power, the universe is my source. Because, you know, what happens and what I do, and I think what many of us do, is make other things our source, meaning like source with a capital S. And I definitely see that. And so I'm going to show you guys here. God is my source. So I created that desktop wallpaper. And it's a wonderful reminder, because sometimes I'll even pick up my phone looking for something that's I'm trying to make my source. So even when I look at my phone, oh, God is my source, not whatever I was about to do in my phone is not my source. Good morning, Danielle from South Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina, if you care to share. My family's in Greenville. So, yeah. You know, because there's a very normal, natural, common habit that I'm overcoming, which is you know, making money my source, making business my source, making people my source, making, you know, romance my source, making my sponsor and my program my source, or friends. So this has been a wonderful shift for me to remind myself, oh, God is my source. And it goes along with, too, if any of you follow me on social media, and please do, that really helps me grow, and follow me here and all that. And to YouTube, I'm live streaming this right now on YouTube. All my replays are over there as well. But I posted that 27 years ago right now. I was in jail, looking at 30 years in federal prison, pregnant, and not wanting to be, finding out I was pregnant in jail, having to call the guy who I was dating, collect, if anyone remembers collect calls, collect call from jail, which I think when you do that from jail, it even tells you, like the operator says something. You're receiving a collect call from the Greenville County Prison was likely what he heard. And he said yes and answered the call, thank God. But I was like, I'm pregnant and you're going to have to pay for the abortion because I don't have any money. I was 22 years old, looking at 30 years in federal prison from stealing pills from a pharmacy that I worked at. So hopefully that was my rock bottom in my alcohol and drug addiction 27 years ago. So actually a week from today is my sobriety anniversary date, which I am going to go to a recovery meeting and going out to lunch with friends here in recovery to celebrate. So I may do a live stream a little earlier is what I'm thinking, although it's quite early here already. So just going back to that idea of God is my source, or whatever you believe, what you call your God, that there's just such a natural propensity for us to reach and look outside of ourselves to give us what only that source really can fill. And the thing is, us here on the spiritual journey, we know that. And it's about rewiring and unlearning what makes perfect sense that we've learned. So, and especially for somebody like me with a background of addiction, that still is always present and will always, I can't ever safely go back to that. And so if I forget, if I get too wrapped up in ego, losing track of connection with source, there's a danger of going back, which will kill me. Danielle in Beaufort. Wow, so also 27 years for you. Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Feel free to reach out and connect if you would like. So, yeah, it's always good to remember where we've come from. And even if you don't have like a crazy addiction story, we all have a story. We all have the things that we've overcome. And, one of my favorite things that I like to do in my life coaching when it comes up is, direct people or redirect people to look at comparing themselves to their past version of themselves and celebrating wins against that. Because especially in coaching, when people, are endeavoring to be in coaching, it's always about what are we doing? What are we creating? We're looking forward and, we're taking these actions and we're looking deeply within ourselves and we're making all these changes because we want to transform. And that's all wonderful. And yes, 100%. And it can be easy to get lost in a trap of not good enough. Like, well, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I'm never going to get there. I'm not reaching it, whatever my goal is, or things like that. So it can be really helpful in whatever context this fits with you of, no, actually, let me compare myself to past versions of me, and not to demonize that version or make that version not good enough. It's just, it's better to measure against the gap of the past rather than this future gap, because we'll never reach it. We will never reach and arrive in this future place, because then there will always be another goal to reach. Like right now, my life is amazing. It's probably the best it's ever been. It's amazing, and my mind can be biased into where it's wrong, where it's not good enough, where there's still problems. That's always going to be there. And I talked about this in my live stream the other day, The Art of Allowing, that you can watch on my replays in my YouTube channel. What did I talk about? Oh yeah. This idea about if somebody wins the lottery and this amazing thing that's immediately life-changing happening, or somebody has something terrible happen, something really bad, life-changing in a negative way. What happens in both of those situations is that after a period of adjustment, and depending on how extreme the victory or the loss, if you win the lottery, you're like, woo. If you have something bad, you'll go, woo. But you will go back to your baseline at some point. It happens to everyone if they win the lottery or if something bad happens. So that's really important to notice too, and I was thinking about that with my own life, because like I said, my life is the best it's ever been, and yet there's a negative bias there, which again, it doesn't make me wrong or bad or not good enough. It's very common and natural, and it helped me to be like, okay, wait, wow, I'm living my dream life. Like, let me enjoy it more. Let me compare myself to the version of myself 27 years ago that was pregnant, in jail, looking at 30 years in prison. Wow. I am living literally a dream that I would not be able to fathom. I would not have, if this version were to go 27 years back and visit young Natalie in jail and be like, hey, you're not going to believe what's going to happen for you. You're going to get clean and sober. You're going to have this amazing life. And guess what? In 27 years, you're going to be living in Mexico, and you've been a long-term expat, and you have your own very fulfilling, successful business helping other people, and you get to teach and share, and you've traveled around the world and live in other countries. I would not have been able to believe it. I just wouldn't. So, hi Nancy. Yeah, that's a great question, J.E. What do you think? How would you work with that? So we're going to look at Michael Singer first here today, as always. Michael Singer is the author most well known for Untethered Soul. Oh, and by the way, I have a new sleep track in my profile here in Insight Timer. It's a 12-hour long sleep track. So please listen to it. If you enjoy it, please give it a rating, a review, share it with your friends. And I have 2 pending, so that's in the free section, so everyone can use that one. And I have 2 pending premium tracks. So they're a lot stricter about those, so we will see, but I will let you know if and when those get approved. So Michael Singer today tells us, when your stuff gets hit, let go right then, because it will be harder later. When your stuff gets hit, let go right then, because it will be harder later. So I want to give an example of this because this happened to me the other day. I have an electric bicycle. It's more like an electric moped, but whatever. It's an electric bike. And I was driving on the boardwalk here right at my house. And there's no rules against that. And a woman gestured to me to slow down and told me to slow down. And I did not like that at all. I was not going fast, in my opinion. And, you know, it was in the morning, like this time of day. I'm just going out to get my coffee, enjoying the weather and the day. And then, you know, to have this little experience, I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't like conflict. I, of course, don't like people telling me what to do. I did not like it. My stuff got hit. And immediately, and this is the spiritual growth, immediately I thought of this exact thing. When your stuff gets hit, let go right away, right then, because it will be harder later. And I thought, here's an opportunity right now. Let go. Don't think about what just happened. Don't get in your head about it. Come into this energy in the body that feels very uncomfortable and allow it to be. Allow this energy to move through. Allow this energy to be and dissipate and move through. And I did. Of course, it wasn't perfect, but it was way better than, of course, in the past. And I think about it, there's still a charge, so it's not all gone, and it's so much better than if I would have been unconscious during that. So that's a perfect example of letting go right then when your stuff gets hit, because it will be harder later, because then it just gets stored deeper inside, and then we have more thoughts on top of it, and it just builds. So if you are new here, please say hello, say where you're from, give me a follow if you don't already. As I said, you can follow me here, please, of course, and Facebook, Instagram, website, YouTube, all that good stuff. And we will continue with some more cards right now, and this is a collective reading for everybody. So if you're hearing it, it's for you. I do offer one-on-one readings. You can reach out. That's a service that I offer, as well as Reiki and Ancestral Clearing, which we will close with that today. And if you follow me, I will be posting a whole schedule for February. I'm going to be doing this live stream during the week and changing it up a bit. So yeah, follow me and stay tuned and see when I schedule the upcoming live streams. Oh, and I'm very excited just personally. I'm going on a trip this week to see the monarch butterflies here in Mexico. How many of y'all know about that? It's pretty world famous. But the monarchs migrate here in the winter. And so I'm going to, I think, the top spot in Mexico and probably in the world, maybe, to see the monarchs. So it's a little, treat and reward that I'm giving myself. So going away for a few days. And I mean, I haven't barely left where I'm living for over a year. I've gone to the US a couple times because I had to. So this will be nice, fun trip. Awesome, Kat. Hi, Ann. Good morning from Arkansas. Yeah, so Donna and others that don't know, monarchs are the orange and black and white butterflies most everyone's seen around in the world or whatever. So they migrate down from up north, and they all conglomerate in a couple areas, and so there's literally thousands, and they form these huge like cocoons of butterflies, and they're flying everywhere. Like it's like that you can't even like move because there's thousands of them, things like that. I don't know, I've never been, we'll see. So let's see what Sacred Rebels has to say. Butterflies are my thing as well. So this is kind of a cool idea if anybody wants to take it. I didn't make it up. But with my two sisters, I said like, hey, when we're gone, let's have a signal or like a symbol that if you see this, you'll know that we're connected, or that I'm with you, or that I'm thinking about you, or something, like once we've passed. And so mine is a yellow butterfly. And I think one of my sisters was an orange butterfly, and then my other sister is a dragonfly. So butterflies are very special. Hi, Lisa from New York. Okay. Oh my gosh. No, these are not butterflies, they're bees. But I was like, is this full of butterflies? It kind of looks like it. But as always, you can't make this shit up. I mean, I'm like, here I am looking at the butterflies in a few days, being inspired. But of course, you know, we can extrapolate the message and expand on it to fit everyone. So this card is inspiration. And what a perfect example too, like for me to go on this trip, to be in this very unique experience that only happens once a year in a very tiny part of the world, and to feel inspired by nature and inspired by that. So for you, you know, she's got this very awe look on her face, like a look of awe. And her hair is made of flowers, and then there's bees. So that also speaks about like kind of the cycle of life, or like give and receive. You know, the bees feed on the flowers give beautiful smells and sights, and even, you know, if we touch flowers, they are very soft. So this is your message, is to look for inspiration this week. Look to where you can get inspired. Where is that for you? Even in small moments. You don't have to go on a big trip. There's been some talk just around the internet. I'm seeing people talk about awe, and how amazing it is to feel the emotion of awe and wonder, and how can you cultivate that in your life more. Like, wouldn't it be wonderful to have more awe in your life, where you're just so present and so connected in wonder, in seeing and appreciating and respecting the beauty of whatever you're in awe or wonder about. So bringing this energy in for you this week. And it's possible anytime, anywhere. You know, even if you're snowed in your house, like, you can find awe. So we're going to now look at Lightseer's Tarot and get some more clarification on that. We've got the Page of Wands. So in both of these cards, the person's looking up to the sky. So, and that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. God is my source. The universe is my source. Let me remember that. Let me connect with that. Let me connect upward and inward. And the Page of Wands is about creation. Wands energy is about passion, creativity, doing something new. So, you may get an inspired moment this week to create and be looking for that in your life. Oh, funny, we got another page. Hold on, it fell on the floor. Yeah, lots of inspiration this week. Page of Swords. So page energies are, how do I want to say this? It's about potential. It's about a spark of something new. You have to take advantage of this page energy and actually do something with it. You can see in both of these cards, there's action. Page of Swords, she's reading this book and she's being inspired by the ideas. Look at the balloons that are light bulbs that are lifting her up. In the Page of Wands, she's throwing this wand into the air. So this is talking about inspired action. So it starts with the inspiration and then taking the action with it. So Page of Swords is the element of air, which is about mind and thinking. So that's why, it's intellect, it's new information. So she's reading this book, getting inspired with something new. Okay. So these two came out together, the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So it's interesting, I was talking about giving and receiving earlier. So this is telling you, again, fitting in with this message, I feel like Source is going to be giving you something to inspire you that you get to receive. So you get to be looking, where can you be inspired this week? And maybe this too is about coming out of overdoing, doing too much for others, being in go, go, go energy, doing everything yourself. And this is a message that, like, you need to switch from that masculine energy of like powering through and powering ahead into the feminine energy of receptivity and receiving. Some of you live to give, which is great, but it's imbalanced. So you get to come back into balance and you get to learn to receive, you get to learn to rest. In this, you get to allow yourself to be present and still enough to have the inspiration come. Like this, she's so present. She's not doing. So this is first, before this doing comes. So what can you do to connect more to this light? Your inner light, the light of Source. And really, I think being present is a huge part of this for you. Because there's been an imbalance here in this energy. And you felt stuck. you've been in old patterns that are very familiar and comfortable, but also uncomfortable. And that's what the comfort zone is. It's comfortably uncomfortable. You know this misery. You can predict it. You can feel it. So in order for you to get into these other beautiful energies over here, you get to come back into inspiration, presence. Because some of you have felt stuck. Maybe not knowing which way to turn. Feeling blinded. She has a blindfold on. And for some of you, this blindfold is the blindfold of limiting beliefs, of listening to thoughts that are like, well, it's always been this way, it's never going to change, I'm never going to change, I'm too blank, I'm too fill in the blank, or it can't happen for me, or it's too hard, I don't have time, I don't have resources, I can't do it. All of that is blinding you. And your mind is going to, whatever weight you give to your thoughts is what you're going to believe. And you get to choose that. You can very easily take this blindfold off. Her hands are free. But she's lost in her mind, in her old thinking. And it happens to all of us. Like I said about me, like, wow, my life's amazing. But yet, it's biased to the problems. But seeing that and recognizing it's the first step to change. So I am going to read from the Sacred Rebels a bit about this inspiration card. It says, an idea has captured your attention or will do very soon. It is possible. Allow inspiration to fill you with enthusiasm, an expectation of magic and marvelous synchronicity. As people, situations and opportunities fall into place to help bring your inspiration into reality. This idea has the potential to flower into so much more than you realize. It has great potential. It can become something that feeds and nourishes others on their creative and personal healing paths too. All that is needed for you to bring this into being will be available at the right time. It's just a matter of being open. Everything required for each step will be naturally attracted to support the success of the project according to divine timing. This is also a message for you that you are a vehicle for inspiration. You are meant to think and do things differently. You are capable of receiving fresh ideas that are not so out there or different that they stop being practical, helpful, and wonderful. You're being asked to avoid the trap of doubting your ideas are special or interesting enough. Your inspiration comes direct from the universal creative source, and you're being asked to believe and recognize the signature of great intelligence within your inspirational ideas and creative urges and to act accordingly. This card indicates that sweet success, like abundant honey, is coming your way through your commitment to and development of an idea that you've already had or will soon receive. See it through to the end and believe. Isn't that beautiful? So there's a healing process. So, hi Drazel, welcome, welcome. Danielle, Beautiful, thank you. Yeah, isn't it so beautiful? So there's a healing process. So just take this in, what I'm going to say, and it says you can do this if you'd like. You can place your hands in a prayer position at your heart or lay them in your lap with palms facing upwards in a gesture of receiving. Say aloud, so just listen as I say aloud. May my inspired idea be blessed by the creative intelligence and love of this universe. May the perfection of divine timing govern the unfolding of this idea into its most beautiful and fulfilling form. May this idea attract the most nourishing people, situations, and opportunities so that it may live out its destiny to make a positive contribution to the world. Through sacred genius, love, and grace, so be it. I commit myself, body, heart, mind, and soul, to that which will illuminate me with gold and inspiration and uplift me and those around me with love. I am open to receive all the support and protection needed to truly honor this commitment, so be it. So just take a breath in. Isn't it beautiful? So this beautiful inspired energy. Now, after hearing the message, this image can land more powerfully. Chandra, here you go. So you already have or will have an inspired idea. Hi, Bev. Wow, inspiration. Here it is. And so this inspiration is going to lift you upward and you will take action on this idea. And you know, this reminds me of something that's happened for me in the past few months. I have started an Etsy store selling digital workbooks that are designed to help people overcome breakups and toxic relationships. So the path for me to begin and start that is exactly what this whole reading has been about. I got inspired, I had an idea, I've been in massive action, and my store has been open for 2 weeks now and has already had its first sale, and more to come. So if anybody is going through a breakup or can't get over, you know, a past situation or ex, I'm also about to put out a codependency recovery workbook next week. So if any of that resonates, send me a message. I can share that information with you. Or if you know somebody who could benefit, and that would help me as well. Thank you. So, and two, I do want to offer, I'm feeling called, my visioning process I do as a gift here to the community. I offer this to one-on-one, as a one-on-one session for anyone who's not ever sat with me before, never had a session. This visioning process is perfect for everything this reading is about today. The inspiration, you know, what do you want to create? What is it? You know, let's look at it, get clear on it. What's in the way? What could keep you stuck? What habits could keep you held back? So if you feel the heart's call, reach out one-on-one and we can set that up as a gift to you from me. So we will now go into the Reiki and Ancestral Clearing part of the session and have a few minutes where we settle in together, and the Reiki will go wherever it needs to go based on your higher self drawing it in. Thank you, Danielle, for the donation. And I will do ancestral clearing, and I'll do some specifically around the themes that have come up in the reading, around, limiting beliefs or, mindsets that are not helpful, not optimistic. Also around giving and receiving, over giving, anything that could get in the way of you creating from this energy. So we can go ahead and close our eyes together. And two, also, if anybody wants the descriptions of these cards, send me a private message, like the thing that I read about the inspiration card. If you send me a message, I can get that to you. All right. Just settle in comfortably, close your eyes and relax. And I will activate the Reiki. Dr. Usui, Madam Takata, all the Reiki Grandmasters, beings responsible for bringing Reiki energy into this world, for all of our spiritual teams, all of those beings of light and love, spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels, ascended masters, gurus, saints, animals, gods, goddesses, and source itself, surrounding and enfolding us all in the highest energy of love and light right now. Daikomyo, Daikomyo, Daikomyo. Just allow this energy to move in through and around you as your body, mind, spirit draws the Reiki energy in exactly where it is best for you right now. And just tune back into the energy of this reading, especially the inspiration card. That beautiful image of light and of abundance, with the flowers and the bees and the awe, wonder, and delight, the inspiration. And I just invite you to connect with whatever source is for you, and remember that is your source. Source is your source. And that's always available, present every moment. It's just a matter of remembering. You might even breathe in the energy of inspiration as a warm golden light. And as you breathe that in, your entire body is filling with this warm golden light of inspiration and connection to Source. Infinite Creator, Source of all that is, we love you. Thank you for loving us. We humbly ask that you open, bless, expand, lead, guide, and direct us into your perfect light, love, and life, and always completely, now and forever, please and thank you. For everyone hearing this message right now, for all of your family members, all of your relationships, all of your ancestors, and all of their relationships through all relevant time, space, and dimension. For all hurts, wrongs, judgments, and burdens, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. For any all times you were told your ideas were not good, you were shut down, you were diminished, you were disappointed, you were let down, where you felt you failed, where you were told by authority figures, parents, religious figures, that you couldn't do something, that it couldn't be done, that you weren't good enough, for any shame, blame, misunderstandings. In this lifetime, in prior versions of self, or anywhere in the lineage, past or future, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us, completely and totally, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves. Be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. You are loved. You are capable. You are divine. And you matter. Your gifts matter and want to be seen and be expressed in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it done. Thank you. I have a message on my computer. Anyway, welcome back. The beautiful, powerful space we've had together. Yes, Danielle, all of my replays are over there immediately. So I'm double live streaming right now in both places. So you can find all that information in my profile. Here in Insight Timer, there is a link to learn more about me. Wonderful, Drazel. Yeah, so this is like the limiting beliefs, bad habits card where you're holding yourself back for this particular reading this week. You can take the blindfold off yourself. So if this was helpful, I appreciate any donations. I'll go ahead and share that donation link. You can donate anytime, not just right here. Hi, Nicole, welcome. All of my information, Danielle, if you go to my teacher profile, read the About Me section, there is a link to learn more about me, and in that link is everything you're looking for. And you can send me a private message if you'd like to do that instead, and then I can help you that way. Thank you. And you can also, of course, give me a follow here and everywhere that I am. It supports me, helps me to continue what I'm doing and help others. So as I said, stay tuned. I will have many live streams scheduled for February. So stay tuned for that. If you have a request for a topic you would like me to do a live stream on, send me a message. And thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out all my meditations here and my newest 12-hour sleep track. It's got beautiful music in the background that will just support you in sleep. If you have insomnia or anxiety, I guide the first part of the recording and then it goes into the music. So I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to bring this inspiration with you today and through your week. And I will see you all soon. Namaste.